If you could break the surface tension of your deep, relentless pigment, would you drown in wonder at the essence of you? Can you sit with your raw material and talk math? Real simple, like 2 + 2. How many worlds could you discover in the places you have been? When you dive into your skin, you can wash away your sins. Know that you are born just perfect and that every story's worth it when you're reading for the sake of the Lord. How many pails of water could you draw if you took a second just to gawk into the well of your own pores? If you were squoze into a tiny sentence of life, let's say for 100 years, and could hold the salt collected from every collective tear, just the same would you throw it over your shoulder. If you look into your name, you might die from all the pain, but at least you'll know your name when it's all over. The information has been jailed, calcified in your own cells, but we be scared to open up those golden gates. I can't account for all the hours we've been in fear of our own power, and I think it's time we stage a prison break. That's called Complex. And this one is called Ill Mentality. I feel like it's a little bit taller than me, but it's okay. There we go. Of course I appear stir crazy, to salivating mouths, too impatient to let me cook. They offer strange fruit, plucked from the stems of my branches long before I was ever born, caught in a cycle of severed ties, broken down over time, like bones in a pot, stewing for 30 years, sopping like sweat and tears with a flavor like fear, curiosity, love and abandonment boiling over, burning out, codependent on the maker and his spoon, sips of myself through the lips of the beholder, delicious. Not sure how to find my bones again if I really had it my way. When I was overwhelmed, I just dropped to the floor and lay perfectly still. I would stop hearing anything but my own breath, but that's not normal. So I take my breath back from the threat, knowing it's half the battle because my body has a mind of its own, so it's really the pot keeping me upright without my bones, what it would take for me to be whole. It's lost in the sauce left over after you remove the alphabets from the soup, so I exist in between the lines of these poems. Otherwise, I would be a run-on sentence, comprised completely of acronyms and abbreviations. These words are the liquid living water of my worth, creating safe passage for the grit from my bones, leaving the taste appealing as it flows, bred to the monsters that made me. Created in a vat of boiling body parts, mad scientists, backdooring destructive code into my genetics. My story's got a mouth on it, and it spilled all the beans into my ovaries, given to me in my grandmother's womb. The response to her trauma postponed until it got to someone safe enough to break down, strong enough to make salt from the earth as she flows, flexible enough to reach back across the sands of time to the core of her own boiling blood, embracing the fire through which her life was earned, feeling its heat and just letting it burn like flaming butterflies in my gut. So I can't sit still and I won't shut up, even when I would rather be silent and alone. My house feels like a closet compared to the world as my home. This didn't come to me by chance. I fetched it up out the water, saw it sparkling from the surface and dove in after it. I made friends with the monsters in the depths of the dark to have it, even if it cost me the life I knew. Because why would I be an abandoned pot when I was born to be monster soup? That's that piece. I wrote a book. I wrote 2 books actually, but I only have one on me. It's called Seasons, and in that book we process all the transitions we go through, life and death and everything in between. I remember y'all from last time, how y'all doing? So yeah, holler at me if you want a copy. They're also available on Amazon. The second one, Dear Government, is available on Amazon. And also, since I am in a room full of poets, I feel like I have to let y'all know about the Tatted Tale Slammy Jam. Okay, that is a talent competition slash pajama party. So it's a vibe, you know what I'm saying? High stakes, relaxed environment, okay? We got $500 on the line and a feature at just about every open mic in the city, including professional headshots, merch, and 2 podcast interviews. So there is a huge prize at stake, and any kind of talent can come and get it. So make sure y'all following me, KOFFEE Dark, the letter N Sweet, and click the link in my bio to get y'all some tickets, okay? Thank y'all.